What's going on today, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of owning a STI, modified STI, or a modified WRX for that matter. Probably the same scenarios play out for the WRX crowd as it does for the STI crowd. Starting right into it, the pros of having a modified STI or WRX is the fact that you can kind of make it how you want it. You know, it kind of makes you do the mods that you see fit, as far as, you know, the suspension for the track guys, the power and suspension for the track guys, aesthetics and stuff for people who just like to make things look good. You know, it's all about just putting your own personal touch on it and making it how you want to be. So for me, the big pro is that I feel like when I do something, I'm upgrading it for myself, I can see how it changes the car overall. And just having a vehicle that you can do that to and parts are readily available for, it's a real big pro for me, and sure for everybody else that can probably relate to that. The parts availability for these vehicles is crazy. You can pretty much do whatever you want to with them these days. Same for the WRX. Another pro to it is that for me, it's kind of like just the research that goes into buying the parts and how you want to do things. You know, just that build up of you sit there and research your plan for your build and all the stuff that it's going to take to get to that point. And then of course we all know how that goes, is that once you get to that point, you always want to do something else. It's just a never-ending battle. You end up X amount of $1,000 deep into it, and there's always more you can do. It's crazy. It's just it's a rabbit hole, for lack of a better word. You just can't get out of it, it seems like. I know for me, like the modified STIs and stuff, it's just been crazy for the last 20 years or so for me, just wanting to modify everything I get my hands on with them. Another big pro to it is the fact that once you do the modifications to it, actually, you know, getting the tune and stuff is just all, you know, the whole excitement of the thing, getting the tune, you know, adjusting your suspension, seeing how it reacts on a track if you're a track guy and stuff like that. And, you know, like the aesthetics part of it is more of like the car show crowd, you know, going out and showing off your modifications. That's kind of a big pro as far as the overall modifications go. And then you do have the con side of it, in my opinion. Doesn't really put a damper on the pro side, but some of the cons that go along with owning a modified STI is that by God, if people didn't want to race you before, they definitely do now. It's kind of funny how that works. You know, case in point is that I highly recommend that if you don't want that kind of attention, then obviously stay stock. But, you know, putting race stickers all over your car, stuff like that, if that's your thing, you're going to go that direction. Everybody's going to want to race you, line up, whatever. Another thing too is I've never in my life had this issue until this vehicle, but a big con is that you do receive quite a bit of hate from other drivers on the road. Now, I don't know if that's more of just an overall modified car thing, or if it's a modified Subaru thing. And I know a bunch of people hate on the STIs overall. They hate on WRXs overall for some reason. I don't know why. You know, I guess a few eggs spoil the whole bunch type of thing, but it's just crazy because I'm almost darn near 40 years old, and I just got randomly flipped off the other day by a truck driver. So, well, I don't know what that's all about, but whatever. It just kind of caught me off guard a little bit because I wasn't even doing anything. So, just the hate, man. The hate's crazy. I can't get past that yet. It just don't make sense. Like I said, I've been driving them for 20 years, and until I got this one is when I started seeing all the hate come out for the Subarus and WRXs in general. It's just nuts. As far as the one big con of owning the STI and the WRX, probably more of the STI than the WRX, is the fact that if you do modify it for any type of power, you're going to hear everybody tell you about how the motor is going to spontaneously combust and blow up and all of this, that, and the other. And yeah, it does happen, whatever, you know. But my feeling with that is that you pay to play type of deal. If you're going to modify it, if I'm going to modify my car for X amount of power, then I'm going to have the ability to fix the motor if it blows up. Now, is that a lot of money? Yes. It's a lot of money to modify these things to get them where they need to be, to where they make decent power to have fun with. You can have fun in a stock one all day long, but you all know it, and I know it, that if you really want to have fun with these, the stock power just doesn't cut it for you. It's just the way it is. Now, just learned here recently that the WRX is a little bit cheaper to get power out of initially. So for the WRX crowd, you know, they can make similar power for half price roughly. I know they have some of their own issues. I'm not quite keen onto all their issues, but that is one glaring con of having a modified STI, is the fact that the motors basically could blow up at any given second. Now the RAs and up, the 19s and up with the RA motors tend to do a little bit better with modifications, but they're still not anywhere near bulletproof. Again, it falls back on the hate. Everybody hates on the EJ. One, yeah, it is costly as crap to get any power out of it. Two, yeah, it does blow up and it likes to eat oil. But mine hasn't ate any oil yet, so we're good there. You know, just going through some of the pros and cons of owning these vehicles. Say if you own one and you modify it, you kind of have an idea of what you're getting yourself into already. You know, I just wanted to share with you all kind of what I've saw and noted. And if you saw any of this, please leave a comment down below. Again, the hate for these model years kind of throws me off. I don't really get all that. I can understand the hate for the motor though. That I don't like that, but that's just, it is what it is, and you kind of know what you're getting into if you go down the big power route. But if you like the video, leave a like. Catch you in the next one.